Hello everyone. Welcome back to White Knuckle. Today we gotta get a bit of a move on because you probably noticed by clicking on this video that there's a bit of a longer one today. We're doing the marathon mode as part of the More Mutators mod by Nebulatrix. Again, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Which is pretty self-explanatory, but essentially this is a modified version of the campaign that goes through every room, or pretty much every room. We're obviously not doing shortcuts, so, okay, fine. Not every room, but, like, most of them. As far as I'm aware, anyway. There might be some exceptions there I'm not aware of, but as far as I know, we're basically doing every room. So we're gonna be here a while. I wanted to do this today because, good old Scourge White Knuckle, I messed that up. Come on, me. There we go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Good old Scourge White Knuckle did a live stream today using my Rho Marked hands, which was very cool to see. Very wild to see somebody using, like, a mod that you made. I mean, it's just a hands cosmetic mod, like, whatever, who cares, but... oh boy. Almost missed that one. But it was still very cool to see. And so, shout out to the other person that happened to ping Scourge in the Discord to use the hands. I don't know your name off the top of my head. I apologize. I should. But still, thank you very much for doing that. It was very cool to see. It very much was, so. I enjoyed seeing that very much. These hands are, once again, by Queen's Selection, which I know is now definitively their name, as, I don't know how I didn't see this earlier, but their hands are marked with QS to start, which is for their name. I didn't realize. These are the slim gloves, or the slim work gloves, whichever. Which, I honestly, I prefer these so much. These are exactly what I wanted for the work gloves. When I first unlocked the work gloves when they released, I got them, like, immediately. I had enough roaches to be able to do that, and so that was, like, the first thing I got. And I was like, these are cool, but they're kind of bulky. They're also yellow, which I wasn't super into. Like, I get it. Don't worry. I understand why they were like that. I didn't really like it. You know, whole habitation yellow thing. Like, I get it logically. I wasn't a fan. So... you know, I like these a lot more. I like the way that they glow as well. These are the same creator that did the QS marked hands we used in the Rho Perks video. Just for reference. So, he makes some really good hands. I like them a lot. Hello, Bloodbug. I would very much like to not have to deal with you. Could you... God. I'm not getting my holds. I want to be able to get that. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing pretty well myself. I watched the Summer Game Fest, like I know a lot of people did. And, you know, I know it's a little later now. Obviously, it's not, like, the day after, but that was just because I pre-recorded the wide-angle camera video in advance, which is why I didn't talk about it, like, the day after Summer Games Fest happened. I keep calling it Summer Games Fest. It's not that. And I know that. But, it's so weird to call it Summer Game Fest. I think in years' time, people are gonna, like... eventually there's gonna be a Mandela effect sort of thing, where people are like, guys, I'm watching the Summer Game Fest, and I swear it was called Summer Games Fest years ago. You know, like good old Berenstain Bears sort of thing. But for Summer Game Fest, it already happens. It's just the only difference is that I know it's supposed to be Summer Game Fest and not Summer Games Fest, but I still want to call it that. I don't know why. I guess it just sounds more natural, more flowy. It's like you know there's going to be multiple games there, so it should be Summer Games Fest, not just one game. But I mean, it also makes sense. Like it's also all-encompassing for just a single game, or for multiple games by just saying Game Fest, like. grammatically it still makes sense, but just Summer Games Fest sounds better. You know? Anyway. Let's get this injector up here, actually. I would very much like that. Come to me. No, I didn't want to take it now. Oh, well. I guess we're taking an injector now. I clicked once too many times. So well. Fine, we're just going to be really good at this section. Oh, well. We didn't need it anyway. Watch me need it later in the run. But yeah, most of the games that I saw, like, I respect a lot of the different games, but just in terms of ones that I was interested in, they were either ones that I was, like, already into, that I already knew about and were already announced, or it was like a Souls-like. I'm not a huge Souls-like guy, just not my thing. But I understand why they're popular. It's not like I'm saying... I feel like if you ever have, like, a hot take in gaming of, like, I don't really like these games, and that's not even really a hot take, it's just an opinion, then, people will get on your case and be like, oh, well, he must hate anybody and everything that has anything to do with Souls-like games. No. Not at all, actually. Whatever, they're fine. I played a little bit of a few of them, and each time I was like, they're fine, but they're not for me. But if you like them, then, you know, enjoy them. Have a good time. But yeah, you know, like, I was... My main takeaways were, basically Control. Like, that was pretty much it. I like Control a lot. Control Resonant I'm very excited for. I like Alan Wake 2 as well. I don't like that it's only on the Epic Store, but that's a topic for another day. Or maybe today, I don't know. Again, we're going for quite a while. We might be able to talk about a lot today. Who knows? P-binding, yes, please. I don't think I'm going to be down without items, but I guess if that does happen, then we can get some benefits. Why not? Hello, roaches. I will take you as well. That's basically all I can take now. Seeing as I'm carrying a lot of other things for the benefit of roaches. You can see that we, obviously have no banked roaches, and that's just because this is loaded through commands, so we're obviously not going to have any banked roaches loaded, so that's why I'm taking a lot of extra things for them, just to make sure that we have some roaches for later uses, for other perks, for other rerolls and things of that nature. Wow, I can't believe I actually got that. But anyway, yeah, so I really don't have too much to say about Summer Game Fest, which is kind of disappointing. I wish I had more to say, but I don't. But honestly, like, I'm looking forward more to, like, I don't know, like the Killer Bean game, which I think they showed that at the one of the Game Awards at one point. And it sounds like a joke as well, but I genuinely am actually very curious about that, and I think it's like, I think that's releasing really soon, or at least like early access. So, you know. Yeah, I'm excited for Killer Bean rather than like, I don't know, what was one of the games announced? Like Ace Combat. Which is not a roguelike, but I'm also like, I'm not really into like flight games either. I feel like if I talk about all the games that I'm not really into that were shown at Summer Games Fest, Summer Game Fest, then it's just gonna be grounds for somebody to be like, this guy's not a gamer, he hates every game. Once again, I'm not saying I hate any of these games, it's just not my cup of tea. I've talked about games that are my games. I like Isaac. I like Portal 2. Like Alan Wake 2. I like Control, Death Stranding. There's a lot of other games. I could be here for a long time talking about all the games I like, but I do like a lot of games. It's just, you know, I think the mainstream of games in the last, like, 10 years have mostly not been games I care about. So, I don't know. Because, like, I don't really like fighting games, but, like, sometimes there's exceptions to that. Because, like, I like Smash Brothers. I'm not great at it. I'm okay. But, there's infinitely a huge number of people that are better than me at Smash Brothers. which, like, you know, you could say that for any game. Because I have 150 hours in White Knuckle, and I like to think that I'm alright, but I'm definitely not going to claim I'm that great. I can never be that great if I never use grubs, which I don't. So, that's what's really holding me back, I think. I gotta start using more grubs. I don't know, I think I'm fine. I think I'm alright. Can we make this jump? I think I'm over-encumbered too much to be able to make it. Never mind, I made it. And this jump, too. Did we lose an item? No? Is P-binding still helping us? I don't think so. There's no way, right? Yeah, whatever. It's all good. Anyway, what else can we talk about today? Again, I go very, like, impromptu on these videos, which, you know, this partially comes out of practice for, or, like, it comes out of a lot of practice from doing live streams years ago. It's been a couple years since I've done live streams. I just kind of got a little exhausted from it. And also not really being able to do it as consistently due to other life circumstances. So we have one rebar. I'm gonna throw that here, I think. Yeah, I want to get up to the secret here. This little. Yeah. I would like another injector, please, but if not, then I will gladly take some pills. I did not know that roaches could spawn in here. Makes sense, but I was not aware. What do we drop? A flare. Because this is loaded through commands, we have the flare gun as well as the flashlight. I'm not using them, though. Just because, you know, we normally wouldn't have them. I'm just going to keep them for the benefit of roaches and nothing else. It's the only reason I'm hanging on to them at this point, so just FYI on that one. But yeah, no, live streams were very helpful for me, actually, I would say, for, like, public speaking and things of that nature. And I can almost definitively point it out. Again, this is my second channel. I feel like not everybody is aware of that. I don't know. Maybe it'll be my main channel, though, in the future. Who knows? There's a lot more of you guys here that are enjoying these than I ever expected. So, again, I very much appreciate that. But, yeah, so who knows? Maybe in the future I won't be saying that as much, but I have no idea. I was like, where do I go from here? I don't really have a good path. There we go. But if you go to, like, my main channel or whatever, and you look at some of my older videos there, which, again, my main channel is Risk Red, then, yeah, okay, oh, here we go. So, yeah, there's more break rooms here, in this. There is another version of this marathon mod, which is, I believe from the More Commands mod, and you just literally load that up using commands rather than from the menu. But I believe it's a little more broken, and I don't think it has this, which is having the endless break rooms also mixed in, which is really cool, actually. Very into that. Unstoppable Conviction. Pretty good, but I want to reroll. What do we got? Ooh, RDNA. Yes, please. I have more roaches for that. I will gladly do some RDNA roach. Actually, I have a lot of stuff for roaches here. That's why I took this. Very, very good. Get this in here. Beautiful. Look at this. That's why we take the scanner. I'm also just going to put these in here because we shouldn't have them anyway. And we also have P-binding, so anything I don't have, more movement for me for the time being. I would like to get profit motive, similar to some of the advantages you can get from Endless, but RDNA is also something you would take in that, so gladly take that. Very good. Okay. There are more roaches up there. I will go grab those. There we go. But yeah, no, live streaming was very useful for just getting used to talking. And so if you go to like an old video of mine, you'll very much notice like just my ability to be able to speak on video was so much worse. I've had content before that channel as well in the past, but my my talking ability was not as dependent on that because a lot of the videos I just didn't talk in, or I wasn't trying to go for any sort of, like, presentation style, you know? If that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but regardless. If you go back to my older videos on my main channel before I was really, like, focusing a lot on doing live streams, because I did videos for a little bit with live streams, and then I went solely on just doing live streams without focusing on videos. You can really see the quality change from, like, this video even. But let's say my one of my Death Stranding 2 videos on the channel that are more recent to, it was like the first video on that channel. I think it was me doing like a Super Mario 64 Render 96 mod. And one, which, I don't even remember which level. One of the snow levels. It was a Cool Mountain, I think. Yeah, if you watch that versus that, it's very different. Also a lot more rage. Because I was pretty salty that day. But still. Either way, it's interesting to see the difference. And live streams very much helped just being able to speak, especially like for a long period of time on your own. Like, I wouldn't say my speaking ability with somebody is that good or much better, but it's very different because being able to just talk on your own for a while about random things versus having like a quick back and forth with somebody it's a whole other skill, you know? Oh, hello, there's a vending machine up here, and a lot of roaches! Just gonna bank these now, might as well. I think we're doing pretty alright on the roaches. I think now's a good opportunity to dump them in there. But, you know, I would never say, like, I was never scared of, like, speaking or anything like that. I'm making it seem like I was completely unable to say any words. I was terrified to speak in any degree. No. That's not what I'm saying, but what I am saying is just the flow was considerably and noticeably worse. And I'm not saying I'm perfect now, I'm very much not, but I still think it's a noticeable difference, so there is that. I've never been scared of public speaking, though, actually. Like, you know, in school, if you're giving a presentation or whatever, I've never been scared. Okay, that's not completely true, because I've been nervous, and I've been in that position of like, oh god, please, not me next. I don't want to do my presentation next, you know, oh. I'm so terrified. But I wouldn't try to bring that energy to, like, once I was actually speaking, I'd be like, oh, I'm good. And the one thing that I always knew that would make it so I wasn't ever actually terrified to speak was just being prepared. Just having, like, all my notes together and everything, actually doing the work helped. Being unprepared, it's like, oh, I have nothing prepared to say, and I have to find some way to act as if I do have something to say. Oh no. This is bad. Like, in those circumstances, yeah, I was nervous, but I would always think from the point of view of somebody watching me. Like, if you're watching somebody give a presentation or whatever, you don't want to watch somebody nervously struggle through it. It's uncomfortable for the person watching, so I'd always think that and go, well, I wouldn't... Oh my god. I'll take that, but that I wasn't prepared to just grab that instead of the wall. But I'd always think, like, I want to watch a presentation of somebody doing it well, so then I just be like, okay, well, I'm going to do a presentation well then. Might as well. And, you know, for whatever reason, I guess it was placebo, really. Or not placebo, but obviously I was still nervous, but, like, that was enough to make it work for me. That's all I needed. I just needed to convince myself, like, man, it would suck if somebody had to watch me be nervous. Like, imagine myself watching myself be nervous. That sucks. I don't want that, so I guess I'll just not be nervous, and that's what would work for me. And I realized that probably wouldn't work for everybody, but it worked for me. And has worked to this day. So, I don't know, I've never really been scared of, like... I can't do that, I'll go this way. I've never been scared of public speaking, really. Like, once I'm doing it. The key detail there. Once I'm public speaking, I'm not nervous, but if the idea of public speaking, I'm still nervous. Still significantly nervous. But, again, that doesn't matter as much. Food, thank you. But anyway, we're locked in here for a little while, as you can see. I told you, it's going to be a long one. We're just going to be in for a while. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Again, I would very much like profit motive. That would be the thing to get. Do we have access to our secret today? Nope. Oh, well. Unfortunate, but, you know. You don't always get what you want. So I probably... That's bad luck for profit motive. I said that, and I was like, I want profit motive. Guess who's not getting that today? Me. I do like P-binding, but, it's not quite as stackable as profit motive. Plus, if we have any items, we're just immediately diminished. Hey, there we go. We're here in the lockdown. Very nice. Alright. Man. I will say on the topic of, speaking to people, I'm always worried to, like, have, like, small talk conversation. I do not like small talk at all. Because I'm always... I've always been terrible at it. Having to talk to somebody and, like, you know, kind of trade off conversation. It's just, I don't know. It's like a dance. It's just something I've never been good at. I don't know why. I'm not going to trade all my roses yet, in case we get profit mode. Let's see what we get. Perks and upgrades. Ah, damn. Alright, well... Yep, velocity augments or back strengtheners. You know what? I'm gonna do back strengtheners. I feel like that'll be good for the long run. I'm mostly just gonna carry some general items. I'm gonna try not to carry as much. I'm gonna trade my roaches for now. Just because that P-binding ability is gonna be good. But yeah, I've also always been worried that, I've been told multiple times in my life, in certain situations, that people are like, do you have, like, ADHD or something? Which, I mean, honestly, probably. I don't know definitively. But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if I care to find out officially or not. But if I ever went to a doctor and then they were like, we think you have ADHD, I'd be like, what? No way, what? That's crazy. There's no way. I wouldn't be surprised. I would very much just be like, ah, yeah, okay, yeah. Honestly, fair enough. That makes sense to me. But I always worry, because people have told me that, I'm, like, worried that I'll be in a conversation and I'll do, like, something. I've definitely had moments where I've hyper-focused on something and immediately made that person not have a good time. like I could feel their mood change. There's probably many times I didn't notice I did that, and also many times that I know for sure I have noticed I've done that. So once again, I probably do, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist or whatever you need to deduce that. But I wouldn't be surprised, you know. Because also as, like, a kid, right, I would say that I've had sort of... Nope. Whoa. I've had, like, sort of ADHD hobbies. But does that really count as a kid? You know, I feel like most people as a kid, at some point in their life, so long as they were allowed to sort of do it, have had the sort of like, oh, I have a new hobby, or I'm trying out a new thing. Because as a kid, like, that's kind of the healthy way to be a kid, right? Is find out, like, what you like, and kind of try out new things, and, like, you know, give it a little bit of time, of course. Don't just immediately abandon certain things, but give yourself some time to sort of interact with something that you think you might be into, and then if you're not, then you're not, and move on to the next thing, maybe. I did that plenty as a kid. As a kid, I did, like, I was, like, into magic and cards and stuff. I still respect a nice deck of cards. I have a lot of decks of cards that I collected at that time that I still have on my shelf that are in really nice condition. Some aren't, but most are. And I'm like, no, I still really like them. And so, you know, there's a bit of value from me having that time in my life. And I still really like Magic. It's just I realize that I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be one of those people that do it. I'm not coordinated. At least as a kid, I was never coordinated enough to do it. I would still say I'm not that coordinated to get that done, because I'm very naturally clumsy in real life. I very much am. So, no, I'm never gonna be somebody that's like, nah, I would be great at Magic and sleight of hand, because I love watching it, but no, I would never be qualified to do that. I would never be in a good position to be able to do that. I just know it, so not even gonna try to bother. There's always a blood bug in here, man. Every time, right? I will take that. Thank you. Okay, didn't do that properly, but that's okay. But even as, like, an adult, I've had that sort of, like, ADHD sort of hobby thing. Like, as a kid, I get it, because it's, again, I've already explained that, but also there's sort of the, I mean, that's what, like, companies that do kids products, or products for kids, try to capitalize off of, right, too, where it's like, oh, you know, you don't quite have as prolonged of interest in things, you know, shorter attention spans and stuff like that. And obviously, people just in general nowadays have shorter attention spans, but you know what I mean, right? Like, kids definitely do. Just kind of from the get-go. Most of them, anyway. So, like, I also get from the point of view of, like, most kids just have a shorter attention span, they're going to go through a lot more things. So I think that's, I can't really say like, oh, that's an ADHD thing. But as an adult, I still have that from time to time, and I would say that that's an ADHD thing. The fact that I'm talking about this so much is probably an ADHD thing. But, you know, like, when I was younger, I was very much into, one of the many things as a kid that I was into was, I was into fingerboarding. Which is the coolest thing ever, by the way. And me saying that is not me making a joke at all. I swear. But no, again, if you don't know what it is, it's just doing, it's like basically a skateboard for your fingers that you can do tricks with your fingers. But here's the thing, as stupid as it is, actually being able to do it, it actually does kind of require a good chunk of coordination and, like, learning and skill and everything to be able to actually do tricks properly. Like, a lot of kids, because there were many times growing up that it was sort of a genuine fad thing. Kind of a bit lost on where to go with this one. Where do I go for this one? I actually don't know. There we go. I'm gonna say, I've never gone this way here. I don't know why I'm trying it now. But I am, and I'm being very dumb about it. Okay. Doing some stupid moves here. I actually have to concentrate a little bit. You know what? Screw it. Okay. We're good. We're good. I've recovered. But, no, as a kid, like, there's lots of kids that, when it was a big thing, like, you know, tech decks, yeah! A lot of kids who were into it, but obviously wouldn't really, they do the whole, get the tech deck, you know, do the thing with it, and realize that they don't really know how to do anything with it, and realize that it actually requires a lot of learning to be able to do. Reroll. Yeah. What do I want here? You know what? I'll do the increased stamina. I was really hoping we'd get profit motive, or even like pulse organ, honestly, but it's not happening, man. Oh well, it's fine. We have an injector. We have vendors down here. We should probably start spending on those at the very least. Blink eye. I'll take a blink eye. Seems like a good thing to take right now. Why not? But you know, like, a lot of kids would just, oh, I'm gonna get a fingerboard and try to do something with it, and then they realize that, again, they need to actually put more time into learning how it works to really get any use out of it at all. I do not know what that sound was at all. Was I getting hit by steel? What? I'm so confused. Anyway, but yeah, so, funny story about fingerboards, actually. Now that I'm just thinking about them. When they were a fad, my friend that I had at the time introduced me to them, and they had actually learned how to do stuff on a fingerboard, like not just, oh, I slap the tiny finger-sized skateboard down, and it does a bunch of wacky things in the air, and then I slam it down again with my hand, and I did a trick. You know, that was like the kid way of, I can fingerboard. He didn't do that. Like, he genuinely, he could do a proper ollie, and he could do, you know, a kickflip consistently, and it was like, oh, this is actually awesome. And this probably, I was like in maybe, I don't know, 5th grade, I want to say. It was like really cool. It was like, wow, that's awesome. And so that really got me into it at the time. And that also made a bunch of other kids catch on to it in my school. And so tons of other kids got into it shortly after I did, after my friend introduced me to it at the time. Which again is not like a problem. As a kid, that kind of feels like it's, you know, it's like, oh, this is our cool new thing, like, get your own thing, but, like, at the end of the day, it's honestly not that big of a deal. It's actually better than anything, because it's like, oh, now there's, like, more kids in the school that are into the thing that you're into. But as a kid, you sometimes view it that way, of like, get out, this is our thing. You know? So that was kind of how it was viewed, but also that just fueled me at the time to, like, actually learn how to do it, and I'm like, I know somebody that knows how to do it. So, back then, I did actually learn how to do that stuff. I also learned how to do an ollie, and I kind of learned how to do a kickflip, and then that was about as far as I got before, the fad sort of died, and I also kind of got sick of it. So I was never that good at, like, a kickflip, but I did learn how to do an ollie, and that was, like, the fundamental, most important aspect of that whole thing, which is, you know, pretty cool. And again, the whole reason I brought this up was because of being an adult, because years later I was like, oh yeah, right, fingerboards, I still have them, the ones that I used all those years ago. And so I ended up taking them out, and I'm like, let's see if I can do anything. And muscle memory for how to do an ollie was there in an instant. I didn't even have to think about it. It was just there. I was like, awesome. But then I'm like, that's literally all I can do. There was nothing else that I could kind of do a kickflip, but it was accidental. I was like, I felt like kid me again all those years ago, because I had literally the same amount of knowledge, but the only difference being that in this situation, I was like, I should know how to do more. And I could easily learn how to do more, and I know that, so then I started learning how to do more, but I'm like, these fingerboards are terrible. I know there's, like, good quality ones. So, you know, years later, that was, like, a couple years ago. Years later, I've got, like, tons of, like, nice quality fingerboards on my desk right now. And I got, like, so ADHD into it. That was the thing that made me consider most that I'm like, I probably have ADHD. Just because, like, Holy shit. I was so into this, I was buying like a new setup every like month or so. I'm gonna drink this. Just because I'm a little worried. Alright, but like it was a new setup like every month, which I should not have been doing, but I was doing anyway. And, yeah, I was very much into it. The benefit, though, is that I did very much learn how to do a lot more. I can do a kickflip, I can do a heel flip. I'm bad at heel flips because they're very hard, actually. But I did learn that stuff. And kid me would be like, wow, I can't believe you learned how to do that. And I'm like, I know. It's wild. It's so cool. So, yeah, anyway. That was a whole story about ADHD with ADHD. I did the hyper-focus thing, like I said. I had to prove it, you know? Like, I don't feel any shame getting into crazy stories today. I really don't. Look, I feel like the talk about gaming gets excessive here sometimes, you know? Because, like, obviously, naturally, we're playing a game. It's very easy for me to talk about games, and obviously, with, like, Summer Game Fest happening, it's even easier. So I'm just trying to provide a little bit of, like, variety that I don't normally have. And for a while, actually, I was trying, like... And I still think I need to get to a point where I have more hobbies that aren't just gaming stuff, because I do a lot of gaming. Even though I'm not doing, like, Souls-like games that are, like, 90% of what's out right now, but... Still. Is there a pit in here? There is. Okay, I need to... Actually, can I get out of here right now? Okay. This is the worst interlude to have right now, and the one I hate the most. I need a pit right now. Okay, can we put this away? For the time being? Alright. That works for me. I very much hate this interlude. This is my most hated interlude, and if I don't have, like, pulse organ or something like that, this is gonna be rough for me. So you're gonna have to give me a moment to really get my footing here, because this is gonna be rough for me. Also, this elevator doesn't have, like, a pitten in it at all, and I have no... Oh, I have no pittons. I do have an injector. That might be enough for me.
You are en route to habitation yellow.
Do you think I can do this with a blink eye? I do have a blink eye.
Your
I'm just trying to think of the best way to get
warning.
over from here. I really gotta actually focus here real quick.
Detected.
I already forgot what I was already talking about.
Safety of habitation yellow.
That's okay.
Airlock seal mechanism.
Yeah, see, I want to go over there and I want to go up that way, but I just don't know.
Please contact your local control room specialist.
I don't know what I can do here. Can I injector this, you think?
Specialist is missing. Contacting administrator. Warning. Administrator is
Okay,
missing.
I can't do that.
Contacting emergency worker protection crew. Error.
Okay, blink eye to the rescue.
Engage manual override.
That's all I needed.
Lock seal is
Blink eye.
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, I can get back here normally. I don't need anything fancy.
Have a good day.
This is the hardest part. Okay. I'm just gonna grab the floor here out of curiosity. I don't know. Not of safety, not curiosity. That's not the word I was looking for. There we go. Alright, we're good. That's my most hated, like, ascent out of the three. It's just, it's very hard, and if you don't have items, it's even harder. Like, yes, you can do ropes, but they're inconsistent. I don't trust ropes. Do not trust them at all. Anyway. What was I talking about earlier? Oh, yes. Gaming. I was trying to, like, branch out of just having, like, a few more hobbies outside of gaming, or just things that I could understand. I wanted to learn board games. I wanted to learn, like, a good chunk of board games. Like, you know, like, traditional ones. Or ones that aren't, you know, like, brand name ones, rather. I was kind of into that for a while. I bought, like, a one of those chess sets, but they're like kind of boxes that have like multiple other games in them. Like it's like a multiple, like it has like checkers and Chinese checkers, and you know, it can do chess. Like the top is chess, and I don't know what else would be in there. Like Ludo, which is like a more stripped down version of Sorry. You know, things like that. Okay, we have another perk machine here. Please, I could so use Profit Motive or Pulse Organ. Did that roach just, like... What did that roach do? Did you see that? There was a roach and then he just, like, fell off. Man, oh my god. Rest in peace. Reroll. Ooh, Elastic Limbs is pretty good. Yeah, alright. Yes, please. Did use my one injector. I would like this. So that would also be good. Another injector is also good. I do like that. I'm gonna take this. Put that in there. Okay. I'm gonna do the Pitten too. I don't need that. Okay, Blink Eye is still good. What I probably will do is I'll do what I normally do in Shaft. I think I'm not that prepared. I want to be more prepared, but I don't know how long this is going to be. This might be like the hardest Shaft ever. I don't know. I guess as we go through our stuff, we're going to get more advantage out of P-binding, but also... Got a lot of flares here. I'm going to take all the flares with me, because I feel like I'm going to need as much as I can get. This is going to be kind of rough. I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna go. Alright, well, Elastic Limbs helps, for sure. It's gonna be a little rough. But no, I did learn a lot of, stuff, via... or for, like, board games and stuff, but, that set... I've never used it. I bought that set of, like, physical board games. It's got, like, a lot of different board games in it. Never used it. Now, it was on sale, it was on clearance. Probably for that exact reason, realistically. Is that a lot of people just don't get around to using it, but... It was on clearance. And, I don't know, Look, I don't want to be like that kind of guy that's... buying stuff and not using it, but it just happened. But yeah, unfortunately, I never got to use it because, sadly, I've just never found anybody that, like, wanted to play it. So the only other alternative that I did, which I have done a lot of, is, Clubhouse Games on the Switch. Very cool. Oh my god, is that the end? Wait, what? I wasn't expecting this so soon. Alright, get away from Teeth. Alright, bye, Teeth. Wow, that was really quick. Okay, then. Very cool. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh! It's Lost Pier. Don't mind if I do. I was not expecting this. That's a cool transition, though. See, they've proven to me that Lost Pier could work in the campaign. Like, if you just go to Habitation and you go into Lost Pier like that, instead of going, you know, to the normal pier entrance, Lost Pier could work easily. The only difference is that you don't obviously have a machine or whatever. But, I mean, you don't need one. Very cool. Alright. Well, we don't see Lost Pier that often, but for those of you who've never seen Lost Pier, well, now you get to see it. This is only normally available in the Endless modes, specifically like Endless Superstructure, and I think Endless Substructure also has it. I don't know if anything else does. I could be wrong. Don't know off the top of my head. It's been a long time since I played Lost Pier. Which is also why I'm like, where do I go next? Right, up this way, up the radio tower, yeah. But yeah, no, I learned a lot of board games through Clubhouse Games. It's actually really good. If you want to, like, learn a bunch of board games, I think that's a good way to do it. Because personally, I just really enjoyed my time doing it that way. I learned, like, Mancala, I learned learn backgammon that way. That was a game I never thought I would learn in my life, because that game was one of those games as like a kid I had seen, and I was like, that's weird. Like, why would anybody play that? That looks so strange. And it was a game that just for years of my life, even as an adult, I thought it was one of those like, oh, it takes so much skill to learn, it's so complicated. It's not. It's very much not. It has some weird rules and stuff. It is one of those, similar to like chess, where there's just obscure rules and very specific things that make it a little weird. That's kind of where you get that sort of, oh, it's complicated, but it's really not. The core game is very basic. I'm not going to explain it here, because that's where I'll get lost. It's been a little bit since I played, in fairness, so I'm going to be a little, on like the weird side that way. I wouldn't be able to explain it fully properly right now. Okay, he's out. I'm going to take my, my other bottle. I know he's going to be out soon, but, I understand that now. They're like putting shafts in again through the vent. That's cool. Just gonna go in the air shaft real quick. Hey man, I'm a little busy. I don't want to interact with you right yet. I'm just gonna wait for him to go away. Or not. Hey bud. I mean, I could slap you if you want. He's so close to coming out. Okay, I think because of the way that this is loading, he's not quite going away. I'm wasting my pill bottle anyway, so I probably should have. Okay, he's going away. I was like, are you going away or are you coming back out? Whatever you end up doing. But yeah, I really love Mancala, actually. I really fell in love with Mancala. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's like a bead game. Where you kind of like, you have like a bunch of pieces and you move them like one at a time, and it's a weird one. Mostly because it's like, it's actually really simple, but then it has some like weird stuff that like... I played the game physically on an actual Mancala board with my dad a while ago. It was the first time he ever played it. And I explained everything to him, but it's one of those games where you kind of forget the rules because of how simple it is. You're like, oh yeah, right, this is that. I forgot. This is how this works. So, you know, you have to play it a couple times before you kind of get the flow, I think. But, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Maybe that's just the way it worked out for, me and my dad at the time. But I kind of felt that way too when I played it the first time. What do we have in here? Injector, yes please. I wanted that last time. I'd like some more than that, but actually, hold on, what was in our other one? I don't want to leave yet. If there's like a pill bottle in here, I'll gladly take that. No. I'm good, I don't need that. I know I could blow up the vending machines as well, but I don't want to do that. I was kind of hoping I'd have more for like mobility at this stage, but that's okay. I don't know if we're going to get another perk machine at any point. I know there are like other endless things that could give us one. I just don't know if they're going to be utilized. I'm not really sure the flow of this. So, who knows? Okay, we've got a couple blink eyes. That's pretty good. Gotta remember that I do not have a double jump. I feel like when the P-binding thing here makes me think like I'm gonna have double jump because of how floaty I am, but I am not. I'm not too floaty right now, actually. I was a little floaty earlier. Okay. I don't normally go this way, but I don't think I'll be able to do the cable today. And honestly, this way is kind of safer. I think I should do that route more often. That's an easier route to do if you're able to get it. But anyway, hello, Roach. I'm going up here real quick. Oh, hello. Ah, I got you last minute. Very nice. Yeah, pill bottle here would be very nice, actually. That would be really cool. This is the point in the run that conversation's gonna get weird now. Because, like, yes, we're talking about the run, but also, like, I don't even know how long we're in here. I don't have a timer right now for how long we've been recording. I do, but it's off screen, which was my own fault. So, I don't know. How was your day? You have a good one. Oh, breeder, hello. Almost beat up the roaches. Yeah, if I had profit motive, we would be doing wonderful right now. But it is not happening. That's okay. I'm just gonna dump roaches as we go. Let's just hope we have a perk machine later that might have some value. But yeah, alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. Do we have a pill bottle? No. There wasn't one there, was there? No. If there was and I was just blind and didn't see it, then I'm dumb, but that's okay. Oh yeah, right! We have our DNA! Oopsie, I forgot we had that. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. We've had like such a winning thing for so long. Oh my god, I forgot we got that. That's so helpful. Okay, never mind, we do have mobility. I forgot we bought our DNA. That's embarrassing. What a winning item too. You know, like it really just it's so helpful. Man, that's embarrassing. Alright, well, I don't know what to say. I'm just kind of flabbergasted by that. I can't believe we went so long. And we had that, and I completely forgot. I'm so sorry if any of you have been watching this and have been shouting at me the whole time for like, oh my god, just use our DNA. You bought our DNA. Do you not remember? I don't. I genuinely don't. Can I stand on this? Okay. This won't help us here. I don't think I can do this, actually, can I? Do I have any pittance? I do have injectors. Maybe I use an injector. Oh yeah, right, elastic limbs. Okay, maybe we can do this. No. Actually, I think it's this one, right? Okay. I almost screwed up putting it away, but we're good. There we go. Alright, we're good, we're good. We're a-okay. Alright, hold on, I gotta get my bearings, dude. I really do. Okay, we're good. There's a pit in here, right? Yeah, we'll just do that. Or wait, what am I doing? RDNA! I'm so stupid. I'm still so flustered and from that. Oh my god. Good lord. Alright, we're good. We're fine. Let's reset. We got a lot more run to do. I think, anyway. I feel like we still do. Because, like, we have Delta Labs. What else do we have for, like, a lot of the run still? Oh, no. That's the worst spot in any of this, by the way, just so you know. I dislike that room as well. We got a lot of rooms in Delta Labs I actually do not like, so I'm a little concerned for a few of them, but having our DNA, oh, that really helps. Obviously. That goes without saying, but another injector, yes please. Don't need to take anything for roaches or anything right now, I don't think. I think we're fine that way. Oi. No thanks. Where are we going? I can't remember. Up this way, right?
You are missing a birthday party just for you in Delta 45's research chamber in
There we go.
Sector 13.
Just keeping track of a few things. I'm trying to, like, get my thought process here. Oh, God. I'm so thrown off. I'm so sorry. Literally, the RDNA thing threw me off, and then after that... Oh, no. I hate this room for roaches. They don't always spawn. But when they do, it's scary. Or we're good. Oh my god, are you kidding? What? Alright, well we have, we have Shaft again. That's very funny. Don't get me wrong. I don't really know what to do here. I guess we could do bar this. That'll probably get us through here pretty quick. Depends on where we go. I don't want to waste all my injectors, but I would like to make a little bit of progress with an injector. Okay, we're good, we're good. What are your guys' opinions on, like, how horror White Knuckle is? Because I think after a while, you kind of get used to, like, a lot of the horror stuff. If you played, like, a bunch of it, then you kind of get used to that whole thing. I think when the Nest comes out, that horror is going to be right back. Because I remember when, like, Parasite came out, I remember when Abyss came out. It was like, oh man, this is terrifying. But I've kind of lost that a little bit. I can't wait for the Nest to come out and it just gets real freaky again. There's a lot of speculation you could have on the Nest, of course. I'm trying not to get that deep on it. I don't know when it's going to be out, but when it's out, we will be here and we will be playing it, of course. That goes without saying. Alright, here we go. Roaches. Very good. Very, very good. You know, again, I did mention this would be the point in the run where conversation topics... Now it's just gone to straight White Knuckle. I apologize. I mean, look, I could talk about the weirdest things now. I feel like everybody... If you're still watching this, you're either... You have this on in the background... Or you've got, like, a lot of time. A lot of free time, which, again, I'm appreciative you're here regardless. Whatever the case may be for you. But also it's the point in the video where, like, that's the majority of you now. So, I feel like I'm free to say whatever I want. You know? Like, I could say, did you know it's weird to me that bathrooms have multiple, words for them? It's actually true. And it's very strange to me. Like, I'm not even joking. Bathrooms have multiple names for them, and that's very weird. Last I looked at that, it's been something that I've actually, like, been very curious about. I've always wanted to know. And, by the way, what I mean is, like, okay, there's bathroom, there's washroom, and there's restroom. Why do we have all those? And I remember looking it up years ago, and being like, there's got to be something to it, right? Like, there's got to be some weird history to it that makes a lot more sense and everything. Like, it's got to have meaning. And we have not seen a pill bottle in a long time. It's got to have some sort of meaning that's, like, been lost to time, right? That would make the most sense. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. It just seems like there's alternate words for it. Which, again, is very strange. Got lucky with the breeders. Damn, son. I think I killed that roach. I did. Oopsie. I heard him splat. But yeah, no, like, there's really no difference, at least from what I could tell. So, I am officially going to register that bathroom, restroom, and washroom have, different names, or have different meanings, rather. bathroom is like a room that has a bathroom. A washroom is a room that has no bath and is just like a sink and a toilet. And a restroom is like a public washroom and or restroom or whatever. Oh no! I saw him and heard him, and that's kind of rough. Alright, well that's fine. All good. I got tons of bars. Alright. Can you blink eye from them? I can't remember. Okay, well, RDNA helps us with this very well. Anyway, I wanted to prove that my, like, oh, things are gonna get weird now in this hour was true. That's the whole reason I brought that up. I'm not gonna immediately start claiming that I'm passionate about bathroom discussion and the terminology used around bathrooms. Fundamentally, they pretty much work the same. I do find that, I still do find that weird, though. I noticed that years ago, of like, wait, there's like washroom and restroom. I always just use bathroom for like everywhere, and for many years that's what I did, and now I use different words in that sort of, speaking that I just said. Like, that's how I define it to myself now. I just thought that was a cooler way around that room. I was toying with death a little bit there, but, you know. Gotta be a little fun sometimes, right? Anyway. Okay. By the way, I'd like to mention, we do have a Discord, which I am sometimes hanging out in that Discord. Sometimes I'm playing some Wackle. So, if you're curious about that, then, you know, you want to hang out a little bit? Why? I've never screwed up that bad. That was almost like death. Wow, I've never done that. That's a new one. That would have been a new way for me to die, but I'm glad I didn't. Very thankful. Okay. Ooh. But yeah, I'm in the Discord doing a lot of Wackle. Also doing a lot of daily games. I feel like I've been getting older doing that kind of stuff, but like I've been doing a lot of that. And by daily games, I mean like, you know, like I gotta do the daily Wordle. Oh boy. I don't play Wordle actually. As ironic as that is, I do not play Wordle. That is like one of the ones I don't do. Do not play Wordle. I do play, like, Gamedle, which is, like, guessing, like, game covers and stuff like that. I also do, Guess the Game, which is basically the same thing, but just with screenshots of a game. They, like, guess what a game is, and then also, like, Scrandle, which is, comparing, like, two pieces of food and trying to guess which one is ranked higher, according to other people on the site. You always start a game with ranking, food. It's not to try to win, it's just like, you're giving your opinion, and that's how they get the votes, at least as far as I'm aware. Oh, hello. Ah, another break room, baby! Alright, if we get profit motive now, it'd be great, because I have a bunch of roaches, too. Come on. Give me profit motive. Come on. Oh, system reorg's really good, though. Yeah. Ah! Damn it. Alright, well. I should have taken system reorg. Damn it. Oh well. I risked it. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I should have taken it. It was telling me something. Ooh, hello. I think there's a roach over here on the wall. Well, that's what I thought I saw. They're not there now. We can get an artifact, actually. That's helpful. Did not know that. We have a blink eye, we have a few injectors. I don't think we're over in our actual inventory size, so I think we can manage this. We have no pittons, though. I will grab a pitton now, just in case. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get our artifact. Maybe we'll get something useful. I don't know what would be the most useful, either the translocator or I think the glove, honestly. Ooh, this is this one. I think there is a way... Yeah, it's over here. This will give us more pins. Okay, we can take 2. That'll work. Okay, I think I can go this way. It's been a long time since I've done these, the wish granted things. Yeah, I feel like I need to be doing those, daily games. Kind of like my version of, like, Brain Age. I remember years ago, being told that, like, you know, as you get older in, like, childhood, you're gonna forget your childhood more as you get older. So, you know, just so you know, either write things down if you want to remember it, or, you know, find some way to keep the brain remembering, and, like, healthy and stuff. And I was told that as a very young kid, and I was like, you know, I was still in, like, maybe 3rd grade when I was told that, and I'm like, nah, that's stupid. I'm not gonna remember what happened yesterday? Of course I will. Maybe not yesterday, but I'll remember what happened, like, throughout the whole year. It's a year of my life that's so long. And then a year of my life happens. You know. And I'm like, yeah, I still remember. And then many years, decades of my life happens. And then it's like, oh yeah, shit, I remember, like, very minute details about the entirety of 3rd grade. Like, it's just true. We got the spear. I'm not a spear guy, but I guess I'll take it. We still got one more blink. I'm gonna put that here. Got a flare still. I don't know if I really need the flares, but whatever, dude. Does that mean we're going to Abyss? What's happening here? Nope, we're going back to Shaft. Oh, man. I do have pills this time. I guess I could do the pill thing. I might do that, honestly. I think that's going to be more beneficial of our time. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I just want to get through here real quick. But yeah, man. You really do feel like the as you get older sort of thing, like things change. Just like your memory, things that you remember. You only have, you're like a computer. You're turning into an old computer. You got a hard drive limit. You know, you can only get so much. I could grab flares there. I don't really want to. I'm not going to. I probably should, but... Alright, no teeth. We're good. Yeah, see, having the pills and, like, a single injector is so much more useful. Obviously, if I was also using grubs, which I don't do, then that would be even more helpful, but that's fine. Alright, so I guess this is the way that they get us through most habitations. This has really been linked together really seamlessly here. This mod's very cool. So, much respect to that. You know, another thing they don't tell you as you get older, you know, some life advice if you want a little bit of that, which you probably don't from me, but I'm gonna give it anyway. Oh, he went away! He went through the crack. What a guy. Alright, give me these guys too, and this. Again, profit motive would be really nice. Actually, I have pretty good mobility still, considering. Back strengtheners, man. What you need. But some good life advice. Just, you know, keep close with your friends, man. It's a good thing to do. I mean, that's just in general, for multiple reasons. You know, being able to have people to count on is always a good thing. Of course, you know, keep good friends close, of course, too. Don't keep people around for the sake of keeping people around to say that you have more people in your life. That's not a good reason to do that. It's just, you know, people that you can trust and you know you can trust, keep them around. You know? It took me a while in high school to really get, like, friendly with a decent amount of people. You know, it took me, like, probably until, like, halfway through high school, really. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. 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 Oy. I could have recovered that, and I just froze. I just froze. I was like, oh my god, what do I do? That could have been really bad, man. Holy. Okay. That's just a bit of a mental check to be like, hey, by the way, remember the fact that you can die at any time, dude. Yeah, wow, okay. Let's make sure to remember that. Oh my god, I did it again! What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What are you doing? Oh my god. Bro. I'm gonna lose this run, man. Okay, don't jump there. Oh my god, I'm like competing with my brain. I feel my brain going like, jump now. Jump off wall. Jump off wall right now. Throw the whole run at this current moment. I've never felt like I'm competing with somebody that's not me at this current moment more than ever in my life. Okay, grab that and that. Okay, I think we're good. Oh boy. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, it took me like a while in high school to really get, you know, comfortable with other people. Like, I had, like, a couple friends at the start of high school, but, like, only, like, one or two. And I only really got to the point where, like, I did get to that point in my high school life where, like, it was like, I just know everybody. And, like, everybody knows me. Which was very cool. It was a cool feeling at the time. It was like, oh my god, I just know, like, everybody. I could just go to, like, any person in this school and be like, hello. And then be like, oh, you, I know you. It was very weird. It was a nice position to be in, but, it was also weird because, like, I never had, like, in high school, really, outside of a couple people, like, that sort of, you know, like, you just kind of knew people rather than, you were, like, close with people. I got, like, invited to, like, one high school party in my life, and then, oh my god, are we in Shaft again? Come on, man, what are we doing? We're gonna be here forever. It's only ever Shaft, man. That's all we'll ever know. But no, I only ever got invited to, like, one high school party, and it was a weird sort of vibe. But it was also, like, a very chill one. No, there was no, what do I do here? I don't even know. Guess this an injector, and we just go like we did before, and try to go as far as we can. I don't know what to do here. Oh, it's this one. No, I'm choosing skip. Probably a bad idea. Oh, elastic limbs, you saved me. Thank you. I'm a little nervous here. I'll continue my talking point, don't worry. I just I want to make sure we get past teeth again. I think he's out. Okay, we're good, we're good. I did not expect to do Shaft this many times, genuinely. I was expecting, like, one really long time, not multiple other times. I mean, that's a much better way to do it in the long haul, but, still, a little spooky. Have we used this eye once? I don't remember. Alright, another habitation. Any roaches for us? Yes, sir. Put that in there. Will I buy another blink eye? I don't think so, because I think, again, less items that we have right now. We get more out of it. You know, I say that. Doesn't really feel like we got a lot more out of it, but... that's fine. I feel like we should get more out of peat binding than we have. I might get rid of this flare, but I don't know if I'll need it going into another area. I don't really need the flashlight right now. We'll get another one going into Abyss. Well, I'll need it maybe for another Shaft. No, I really can't. No. Alright, we'll be good. We'll be fine. But yeah, no, I was invited to, like, one or two high school parties. Actually, just the one. Just the one. I was invited to a college party. A couple college parties. That had a lot more, alcohol and weed involved, which I did not do. I'm not really... That's not really my thing, but, you know. No shame. Again, both were, like... both are totally legal and allowed to use, or you're allowed to use it, but, at least here in Canada, but, again, not my thing. I definitely didn't fit into the crowd, but I went to multiple, because I was like, I know these people, and I have nothing better to do, so... I might as well. But that was very much one of those moments that, like... What's that, like, one meme picture? That's, like, you know, the one person at, like, the party that's in the corner. Everybody else is doing their own thing. That was me. Not that I didn't want to socialize, but I'm like, I just have nothing to say. I have nothing to say to these people, and I have... Like, I very much felt like I was, like, a pity invite rather than actually being invited properly. You know? So... It was a weird feeling. But, you know, at least I could be like, oh, it was the party experience. I almost accidentally ran into one issue there. At one college party. Somebody was like, oh, let's do, like, a drinking game. Now, pretty much everybody that was there lived on campus, and this was, like, in one of the dorms or whatever. But, I was like... I didn't actually drive myself to the campus that day. I purposefully took, like, I think, like, a taxi. Because we didn't have, like, Uber at the time. It existed, it's just my area didn't have it. So... I took a taxi, and, ooh, metabolic stasis, yes, please. I'll gladly take that, thank you. Especially with this. More injectors would be nice, but we'll see if we get those in the future. But, no, I actually, like, brought some alcohol. I don't drink very much, but I'll drink, like, a little bit. You know, just, like, social drinking, right? So I was like, okay, sure, I'll do a little bit of that. And I did. I brought, I don't know what I brought. I brought some, like, vodka thing. Like, a few cans of vodka or whatever. Because I'm like, I'm into that, I can drink that, that's fine. And somebody's like, let's do, like, a drinking game. And I was like, oh, you know, it's a fun game, I'll do the drinking game, it's not that bad, you know, you just do the game, if you, like, lose a couple spots in it, you take a little bit more of your drink, whatever, fine. That's not how it worked. I'm gonna go for overwhelm, by the way, because I'm not gonna use the spear. But no, it did not work that way at all. It was like, oh, whoever loses has to drink everybody's drink mixed together into one giant glass. And I didn't know that until I was already playing. And it would be, like, uncool to, like, lose and be like, nah, guys, I'm not gonna do that. Thank God I didn't lose. I think I, like, basically won, like, the best position in that game, which was cool. Probably because I was the most sober out of anybody at that moment. And I'm very glad I didn't drink that thing. The person who lost, by the end of it, they were, like... literally sounded like the demo man from TF2. I'm not kidding. I believe they were part Scottish, actually, so... Well, that sucks. So, it genuinely, they sounded like that. They didn't have, like, a thick Scottish accent or anything like that themselves, but they did have, like, a bit of one, and it was much thicker when they were drunk. So... You know, I'm gonna assume I don't get any perks from here, right? Okay, just verifying. Just making sure. Okay, we got a good amount of injectors. We got some flares. I would like to get more out of P-binding, but there's that. I'm glad I didn't die from the sentries at one, or the turrets at one point, since we do take more damage with P-binding. I always forget that that's a thing. Just gonna put the rest of these roaches in here. I don't really know if I need them. Oh, hello, you came back out to play. Bad time for you. I'm not even gonna worry about the rest of the roaches. I think we're fine. I don't know if I really need the flare gun, but, you know what? I'm going to chance it. And I'm even gonna get rid of my flashlight. This is how cool I'm gonna be. Watch this. I'm gonna grind all this stuff up. Gone forever. All the roaches we're gonna get. I'm just gonna maximize our P-binding. Do we take another eye? Maybe. I think we'll just take the one. I think I'll be okay with one. You know what? We're already here. I'm gonna take another one. and go. And I'm just gonna bank off of these injectors and the P-binding and the fact that we do have one jump now and our DNA, and I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be good. But yeah, I'm very glad that I did not lose that, that game. That would have been awful. Yes, please. More injector? Don't mind if I do. I don't know how I didn't grab that, but... I will gladly RDNA my way. I know our stamina's pretty low, but we'll be good. We got it. I don't know how long Abyss is going to be. I don't know how this is going to do anything of value, but somebody figured it out, I'm sure. Somehow Abyss will be super long. That is entirely possible, actually. I don't know how long Abyss can really be, though. Most of the sections I know. I'm gonna take one of my bottles now, not with any... just so I can get kind of endless stamina while I climb through here. Okay, well, it does look like we're getting all of our areas. Anyway. Obviously, we don't really have anything. I mean, I could... you know what? I don't think I'm going to need as many of my blink eyes. Can we offer blink eyes? Do those count towards this, or no? Drop that. The answer is no. Alright, well, I tried. I was like, I don't think a blink eye counts, but I had to do it anyway. Anyway. I do thank you guys for anybody who stuck around for this video. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate all the support on these. It is very nice to be able to do some videos and see that you guys are enjoying them. I've been doing a lot of stuff on my main channel for the past little while, and it's mostly Death Stranding 2 stuff, which I know is not for everybody, especially the way that I'm doing them, which is like, you know, very long episodes, all edited. You know, when you get like a, oh, somebody's playing a video, or somebody's playing a game, and each part that they do is like, oh, this part is, you know, this part, but also it's, you know, part, it's part 8, but it's part 8 is like 5 hours long. You kind of go, okay, well, clearly they're just doing like one uninterrupted take or whatever of their whole playthrough. I'm not, actually. I genuinely am editing everything together. I'm just taking a really long time. I think my like cumulative time in the entire game is like 50 hours. Or actually, no, it's definitely longer than that. I think it was 50 hours like the last time before I did my last part. So, no, it's a lot. And I realize I'm still asking a lot for people. I realize that, that those videos are not nearly as appealing as these ones, so I totally get it. And I also realize that this one being a long part is probably not going to be nearly as appealing either, but that's okay. I did want to do this at some point regardless. This is for my own entertainment as well. I'm not trying to, like, convince people that I'm also, doing this just because, want those awesome video clicks, you know? There's an injector up here. Maybe. Gonna hope there is. I don't actually know if there is. There isn't, but this is why we do this. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna do the super injector. Did she say hush? I don't know, that could happen. But I realized that, like, people definitely enjoy shorter videos, and, like, seemingly people with, like, a VTuber setup rather than, like, at least on Twitch nowadays. Anytime I scroll Twitch, like, 90% of people are, like, VTubers now. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I mean, it's really cool. I like the sort of, like, artistic nature of, like, Twitch nowadays, but, the fact that I don't use my face cam here is probably also part of the, the more enjoyable watch nature of, all this, so there's that. I get it, honestly. Okay, so this is the one other thing that I knew about this, which is the fact that, our run is now over. There is no ending to this, as far as I know. I mean, we can try to climb up if you want, but I don't think there's much here, so I do think we need to die to face now. Could be wrong, man, but, I don't think there's much for us. Teeth seems to be mad at us. Yeah, so I don't think there's actually much for us here, unfortunately. I could be completely wrong about this, but I think that that's the end of our run, sadly. I do believe that this breaks, and that is what I've heard about this, so, this will be our first loss on the channel. I'm sorry to say, I didn't want it to be this way, but, that is just kind of the way this is gonna have to be. So I'm so sorry for those of you I may have disappointed with this, but we lost, and I won't be able to win. I'm so sorry. As a nice thing, we're just gonna do 2 injectors and go as far as we can. I'm surprised we're still alive, actually, to be honest with you. Okay. I'm surprised we're still alive. I did not think we would be, but alright. Well, either way, that was very cool. That was a very fun run. I had a very good time with that. But yes, either way, that's going to be everything for today. I know this was a bit of a long one, and I do apologize that there was a few moments where I kind of lost my train of thought and got a little off track. I do apologize for that, but this is a bit longer. It's also pretty late, so there is that. Either way, thank you guys so much, as always, for enjoying me. I really do appreciate the support on these videos and, you know, spending a little time listening to my weird rambles while playing White Knuckle in weird ways. But, yeah, either way, we're gonna be back sooner with hopefully a shorter video than this one. Definitely will be. I have a good chunk of videos planned, thumbnails made already, so I know what I'm doing. So, I hope you'll be able to see a lot of those soon. Anyway, that's everything from me. Take care, everybody, and have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever it is for you. See you later. Bye-bye.